We are getting grapes. Lots of grapes. Lots of grapes. This is a Suffolk red. And this one is Candace. I already have some of those in the house. Down there are the wine grapes. They make great jellies. So we're gonna get some white ones. Hi everybody, it's me, Gwendolyn Koken. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be doing something with our harvest that we did the other day. And I want to make some, Cowboy candy. And here I am under the grape trellis, and I'm doing a little bit of a harvest here with my husband, Mark. And I'm going to make a special type of preserve. It's Greek style, where you have your grapes and you end up cooking them for about 45 minutes in a heavy syrup, and then you can those. And the cowboy candy we will also can. And then I'm gonna make some salsa from the tomatillos and the green tomatoes that I took from the garden, harvested from the garden, the fruitful, bountiful garden. So let's get started. So my recipe calls for 3 pounds of washed and off the stem grapes. So let's get started. So now our grapes have been washed. I have 3 pounds plus a little bit more, and we're going to be adding 3 cups of sugar. And then it's going to sit for a minimum of 12 hours. One. I'm going to just do this up. There we go. So this thing, it has a 1 cup measure, but if you go to the top, it's 2 cups. That's heavy. just in case little flies want to get in there. It is fruit fly season. It's the next day. We're going to add 1.5 cups of water to our grape sugar mixture. I did add some lime juice to it, and then I need to bring it up to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer and let it cook for 10 minutes, and then it rests for another 24 hours. So, well, let's do it. Oh, wow. Lots of sugar in there. But look at all that juice that's been extracted. That's fantastic. Here's my water. Okay, so let's do this with the temp. We're going to go up to start the boil about 8. Okay. I'm going to get a spatula and push some of that down. No, easy, nice and soft. Just curious. Oh gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of sugar down there. The whole point is that these grapes keep their shape and they turn into like a candy. So I'm not trying to, squish them. It's part of the fun. I'm just trying to move that around a little bit because I don't want that sugar to stick on the bottom of the pan once it starts to boil. Just dissolve in it a little bit. So I went through and I took out some of these grapes that I didn't think were matching up with these beauties. So it's warming up. Got the sugar dissolved and we're just waiting for the boil. We've got to boil. I'm going to turn it down. All right. I'm going to do one sweep through here. There, that's nice. Okay, it's calming down. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Oh, okay, set a timer. Okay, our 10 minutes is up. Let's see. There we go. Oh, let's look. Oh. So it's supposed to sit another 24 hours. Then we have another thing to do, and then we get to jar it up. Oh my, this is so exciting. Put the cover on it. Not the plastic, because the plastic would melt, but one of these tea towels. Just, make sure we keep anything out of there. Okay, now it's time to boil again and then simmer again. So let's see what we have. Oh, it's not too thick. Maybe this next boil and simmer will change that. Okay. It's a little thick. This is for our Cowboy candy. Lots of jalapenos. I'm going to cut that up and get that going too. This one is for our salsa. Tomatillo and Green Tomatoes. One little red one. So we have our boil. I'm going to turn it down to 2 for the simmer. Let that simmer for 10 minutes and then we will take it off the heat. Timer went off. It's hard to believe this is going to thicken up. But that's okay. That's really okay. It'll be fabulous just the way it is. So, we are going to leave that. And we're going to jar it up. And we're going to take care of all those other things too. Make our salsa. And our, I keep forgetting, it's Cowboy candy. Cowboy candy. To me it's just sweetie jalapenos, but you know. Okay. It's time to get started. Let's start with cutting up all these jalapenos and the other peppers and the onions. Get them into the bowl, and then we're going to get all the other stuff that's going to go with it. So we have 6 cups of sugar, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of garlic, and in here I have celery seed, turmeric, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne. So it's like half a teaspoon, and a tablespoon. All right, let's do this. We're going to start with the sugar. This is the syrup that the candy that jalapenos are going to cook in, and then it's going to get canned. So this is good. All right. The jalapenos are going to get cooked in this, and then they're going to be releasing a lot of liquid. So even though there's a lot of jalapenos, it's all going to fit. And if it doesn't, well, we'll worry about that when we get to it. So there was a mom on the bottom of this apple cider vinegar jar, and that's that thickness that you see of the coloring. If you wanted to, you could make your own apple cider vinegar by recreating that SCOBY from your bottom part of your apple cider vinegar. Okay, let's add the spices. I'm not going to add the jalapenos until, and the other stuff, until the sugar dissolves. Same for the garlic. I'm not going to add that just yet. And once we get this going, we're going to start the salsa. So I'm going to add the garlic because I'm not feeling the sugar on the bottom anymore. So it's pretty much all dissolved. Okay. Got to get something to clean this out. So I'm going to heat it up a little bit more, and then we're going to add all of this beautiful stuff. Here we are. We have the boil. And it's smelling good. Let's give it a little cook to the garlic, which is important. So, let's get this in here. Absolutely lovely. Oh, that's perfect. That's so nice. Oopsie. Oh, it has a nice shine. Okay. Oh, yes. That's fitting in there indeed. Okay. So we're going to keep cooking this for a while. I'm going to put a lid on it, and we're going to start the salsa. So we are going to make salsa, and I have a bunch of tomatillos from the garden and a bunch of green tomatoes from the garden and other wonderful things from the garden that I'm going to be cutting up. I'm slightly combining two different recipes, but ultimately it is a green tomatillo salsa. So we're moving on. And I have combined the two recipes, the salsa verde and the tomatillo salsa. And so I'm going to start with adding a half a cup of vinegar. And then one of the recipes calls for a half a cup of lime, and then the other one calls for a quarter of a cup of lime. So I'm going to get those squeezed out, and then we're going to add that too. Our timer says this is done. You can taste it. Oh, wow. Okay, so when you swallow, you got the heat. The first thing you taste is sweet, and I'm not sure what's sweet. Maybe it's the tomatilla. Wow. I can taste the lime, I can taste the vinegar. It's not too salty. And adding that dried chili pepper was a good idea because it gave it that kick in the back of your throat. So like all of those taste buds are being activated. Oh, how wonderful. It's good. Okay, everybody, we are ready to start canning. I have my jars in the oven. They've been sanitized and now they're ready. I have my canner. The lids are on the back behind the canner and the lids in the bands, and they have just come to a boil, so I turned that off so they're ready. And we're going to start with our salsa and our cowboy candy. So with these grapes, I have several different types of grapes out there, right? Yes, I'm going to show you that. Or I showed you that. And so these were the white ones. In here, I put some pink ones. And I'm going to fill it up with some purple ones. Oh, that's nice. Oh! Okay. Oh, neat. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. We're going to clean off the lid. Or the rim. Clean up the rim. We're going to get our little lid. These lids, they always like to stick together, and it's just a little bit frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. So you work through that frustration because the reward is so much better. Okay. I'm also going to put this one into the oven like I did with the others to get it warmer. But look at that. Isn't that glorious? We have 1 minute left on the timer, and then our first batch is coming out. Yay! It's going on. Super hot. Super wonderful. Oh, super mitts, super fan. gets really moist in the house when you do the canning. Alrighty. This is my tool. Clamp them and move them. The next batch is going in. Almost done. Almost done. Fantastic. Ooh la la. We're gonna let them sit a little bit. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for loving to can your garden produce as much as I do. Bye.